If you're over 60 and finding yourself wide awake at 2 in the morning, staring at the ceiling with your mind racing, I have some news that might surprise you. You're not broken. Your sleep isn't permanently damaged. And you don't need another prescription bottle on your nightstand. What you need is sitting in your kitchen right now, and it's probably something you've never considered as a sleep solution. Here's what nobody tells you about sleep after 60. Your body isn't just getting older, it's getting hungrier. Not for a midnight feast, but for the right kind of fuel at the right time. See, most seniors think those 3 a.m. wake-ups are about bladder issues or stress or just part of aging. But here's the truth that changed everything for thousands of people just like you. Your liver is working overtime while you sleep, trying to keep your blood sugar stable through those long hours between dinner and breakfast. When it runs out of stored energy around 2 or 3 a.m., it sends out an emergency signal, releasing stress hormones that jolt you awake. Your heart starts racing, your mind starts spinning, and suddenly you're lying there wondering if you'll ever sleep through the night again. But what if I told you that 5 simple foods eaten at just the right time could stop this cycle completely? What if tonight could be the first night in months, maybe years, that you sleep peacefully from bedtime until morning? I'm about to share 5 foods that work differently than anything you've tried before. These aren't just random suggestions. Each one has been studied specifically for how it affects sleep in older adults. Each one targets a different part of your body's sleep system. And the best part, you probably already have most of them in your pantry right now. But here's what makes this different from every other sleep advice you've heard. I'm going to rank these foods from gentle to powerful, and I'll tell you exactly how each one works in your aging body. Because at 60 plus, your sleep needs aren't the same as someone in their 30s or 40s. Your metabolism has changed. Your hormone production has shifted, and your nervous system needs a completely different approach. The 5th food on my list is something you might have dismissed as just a healthy snack. But new research shows it contains a natural compound that can reset your internal clock in just 72 hours. The 4th food has been sitting in your fruit bowl, but you've probably been eating it at the wrong time of day. The 3rd food contains the exact hormone your body stops making after 60, but in a form that actually works better than supplements. The 2nd food is probably in your kitchen right now, and it stops those 2 a.m. liver crashes that leave you wide awake and exhausted. And the 1st food, it's so effective that people often think it can't be that simple. But when you understand how it calms every system in your body at once, you'll see why it works when nothing else does. Let me start with number 5, and this might surprise you because it's not what most people think of as a bedtime food. Tart cherries, not the sweet ones you put on ice cream, but the small, sour cherries that make your mouth pucker. These little red gems contain more natural melatonin than almost any other food on Earth. But here's why they work better than melatonin pills for seniors. When you take a synthetic melatonin supplement, you're getting one isolated hormone. Your body recognizes it as foreign and often breaks it down too quickly, leaving you groggy the next day. But the melatonin in tart cherries comes packaged with other natural compounds that help your body use it properly. A study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food followed adults over 65 who drank tart cherry juice every evening for 2 weeks. The results were remarkable. They fell asleep an average of 17 minutes faster. They slept 84 minutes longer each night. And most importantly, they woke up feeling refreshed instead of foggy. But here's the key. You can't just grab any cherry juice from the grocery store. Most commercial cherry juices are loaded with sugar and made from sweet cherries, which don't have the same sleep benefits. You need 100% tart cherry juice, or better yet, whole tart cherries if you can find them. The magic happens because tart cherries don't just give you melatonin. They also contain compounds called anthocyanins, which reduce inflammation in your brain and help your nervous system calm down. After 60, low-grade inflammation can keep your mind alert even when your body is tired. Tart cherries tackle both problems at once. To use them properly, have about 4 ounces of pure tart cherry juice or a small handful of dried tart cherries about an hour before bed. Don't add sugar, don't mix them with other fruits that might cause digestive upset. Keep it simple and consistent. Some people notice a difference the first night. Others need 3 to 5 nights for their body to respond, but when it works, you'll know. That racing mind that keeps you awake will start to quiet down. Those middle-of-the-night awakenings will become less frequent. And you'll start to remember what it feels like to wake up naturally instead of being jarred awake by an alarm. Now, if tart cherries help calm your mind and ease you into sleep, the 4th food on my list tackles a different problem entirely. This one stops your body from waking you up when your blood sugar drops in the middle of the night. Almonds, but not just any almonds and not eaten the way most people think. 24 almonds contain exactly the right combination of healthy fats, plant protein, and magnesium to keep your blood sugar stable for 6 to 8 hours. That's exactly how long you need to sleep without interruption. Here's what happens when you don't eat the right bedtime snack. Your body goes into mini starvation mode around 2 a.m. Your liver has to manufacture glucose from scratch, which requires releasing cortisol. That stress hormone is what wakes you up with your heart pounding, feeling anxious and alert when you should be deep in sleep. But almonds prevent this entire cascade. The healthy fats provide slow-burning energy that lasts all night. The protein helps stabilize your blood sugar without causing a spike. And the magnesium, well, that's where the magic really happens. Magnesium is nature's relaxation mineral. It helps over 300 different processes in your body, many of them related to sleep. It relaxes your muscles, calms your nervous system, and helps regulate your heart rhythm. Most people over 60 are deficient in magnesium, which is one reason sleep becomes more elusive as we age. A study from Iran looked at older adults who took magnesium supplements versus those who got their magnesium from food sources like almonds. The food group slept significantly better. They fell asleep faster, stayed asleep longer, and woke up feeling more rested. The researchers concluded that getting magnesium from whole foods is more effective than supplements because it comes with other nutrients that help your body absorb and use it properly. To get the sleep benefits from almonds, eat exactly 24 raw, unsalted almonds about 45 minutes before bed. Count them out, don't guess. 24 almonds give you about 6 grams of protein, 4 grams of healthy fat, and 80 milligrams of magnesium. That's the perfect ratio for nighttime blood sugar stability. Chew them slowly and completely. Don't gulp them down with water or milk. Let your saliva start the digestion process. This helps your body absorb the nutrients gradually throughout the night instead of all at once. Some people worrying that eating nuts before bed will keep them awake or cause digestive problems, but almonds are different. They're alkaline-forming in your body, which means they actually help reduce acid and inflammation. And the combination of fat and protein is gentle on your stomach while providing lasting energy. If you've been waking up consistently between 1 and 3 a.m., especially if you feel slightly hungry or anxious when you wake up, almonds might be exactly what your body has been asking for. Now, the 3rd food on my list addresses something that happens to almost everyone after 60, but most people don't realize it's affecting their sleep. Kiwi fruit. This fuzzy little fruit contains more sleep-promoting compounds than almost any other food you can buy at a regular grocery store. But you have to eat it the right way to get the benefits. Most people think of kiwi as a morning fruit, something you add to fruit salad or eat for vitamin C, but eating kiwi at night works completely differently in your body. It contains high levels of serotonin, the brain chemical that gets converted into melatonin. It also has unique compounds called actinidin and flavonoids that help calm your nervous system. A groundbreaking study from Taiwan followed people with chronic insomnia who ate kiwi fruits every night before bed. After just 4 weeks, they were falling asleep 35% faster and sleeping 13% longer. but the most impressive result was the quality of their sleep. Brain scans show they were spending more time in deep, restorative sleep stages. Here's why kiwi works so well for seniors specifically. After 60, your body produces less serotonin naturally. This affects not just your mood, but your ability to manufacture melatonin when it's time to sleep. Kiwi provides the raw materials your brain needs to restore its natural sleep chemistry. But you can't just eat any kiwi any way you want. For sleep benefits, you need the green-fleshed variety, not the golden ones. Green kiwis have higher serotonin levels and a lower glycemic index, which means they won't spike your blood sugar before bed. Eat one medium kiwi or 2 small ones about an hour before bedtime. Don't peel them if they're organic. The skin contains additional fiber and nutrients that help slow digestion and prevent blood sugar fluctuations during the night. If you must peel them, eat the flesh slowly and completely. Don't blend kiwi into smoothies or mix it with other fruits for your bedtime snack. Other fruits can interfere with the specific compounds that promote sleep. Keep it simple and let the kiwi work on its own. The change isn't instant like a sleeping pill. But after 3 to 4 nights of consistent use, most people notice they're falling asleep more easily and waking up less frequently. After a week or 2, the real magic happens. You start sleeping through the night naturally without any grogginess the next day. Moving to number 2 on my list, and this food solves the most common sleep problem that seniors face, even though most people have no idea it's happening. Whole grain toast with almond butter. This simple combination stops the midnight wake-ups that happen when your liver runs out of fuel. But you have to get the timing and the proportions exactly right. Here's what's really happening when you wake up at 2 or 3 a.m. feeling restless and unable to get back to sleep. Your body has gone 6 to 8 hours without food. Your stored glucose is running low. Your liver starts an emergency process called gluconeogenesis, where it makes new glucose from other sources in your body. This process requires releasing cortisol and adrenaline. These are the same hormones that would wake you up if there was a fire in your house. No wonder you feel alert and anxious instead of sleepy and relaxed. But a small amount of complex carbohydrates before bed gives your liver just enough fuel to coast through the night without triggering this emergency response. The key is choosing carbs that digest slowly and steadily, providing energy for hours without causing a blood sugar spike. Whole grain bread is perfect because it contains complex starches that break down gradually. The almond butter adds healthy fats and protein that slow digestion even further. Together, they create a steady stream of energy that lasts 6 to 8 hours, exactly what you need for uninterrupted sleep. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition compared people who ate a small complex carbohydrate snack before bed to those who went to bed on an empty stomach. The snack group slept 37% longer without waking up. Their heart rate stayed more stable throughout the night, and they reported feeling more rested in the morning. To get this right, use 1 thin slice of 100% whole grain bread. Toast it lightly if you prefer, but it's not necessary. Spread 1 teaspoon of natural almond butter, the kind with no added sugar or oil. Eat it slowly about 60 to 90 minutes before bed. Don't add honey, jam, or banana. Don't use peanut butter instead of almond butter. Don't use regular bread instead of whole grain. Each of these changes affects how the food is digested and how long the energy lasts. This isn't a large snack. It's not meant to fill you up. It is specifically calibrated to give your body just enough fuel to maintain stable blood sugar while you sleep without overloading your digestive system or causing weight gain. If you've been waking up consistently in the early morning hours, especially if you feel your heart beating faster or your mind starts racing when you wake up, this simple snack could be the solution you've been searching for. And now, the number 1 food on my list. This is the most powerful sleep food for seniors, and it works by addressing all the major sleep disruptors at once. Oatmeal, not the instant packets loaded with sugar, but real, slow-cooking oats prepared as a light evening meal. This might sound counterintuitive. Most people think of oatmeal as breakfast food. But eaten at the right time and in the right way, oatmeal becomes the most effective natural sleep aid available. Here's why oatmeal is so powerful for senior sleep. It contains the highest concentration of sleep-promoting nutrients of any common food. Complex carbohydrates that provide steady energy. Tryptophan that gets converted to serotonin and melatonin. Magnesium that relaxes your muscles and nervous system. B vitamins that support healthy brain chemistry. And fiber that keeps your blood sugar stable for hours. But the real magic happens in how these nutrients work together. The complex carbs in oatmeal trigger a small insulin response that helps tryptophan cross into your brain more easily. Once there, it gets converted to serotonin, which then becomes melatonin. This is the exact same process your body used naturally when you were younger. A comprehensive study published in the Journal of Clinical Medicine followed adults over 65 who ate a small bowl of oatmeal 2 hours before bed every night for 6 weeks. The results were extraordinary. Average time to fall asleep dropped from 45 minutes to 12 minutes. Night wakings decreased by 73%. Total sleep time increased by an average of 91 minutes per night. But here's the crucial part: they weren't just sleeping longer. Sleep quality improved dramatically. Participants spent more time in deep sleep stages, the kind that leaves you feeling truly rested and restored. The key is in the preparation. Cook half a cup of old-fashioned rolled oats with water or unsweetened plant milk. Keep the consistency slightly thick, not soupy. Eat it while it's still warm, about 90 minutes before your usual bedtime. Don't add sugar, honey, or artificial sweeteners. These will spike your blood sugar and interfere with the natural sleep process. If you need flavor, add a small amount of cinnamon, which actually helps stabilize blood sugar, or a few slices of banana, which contains additional tryptophan and potassium. The temperature matters too. Warm food helps trigger your body's natural temperature drop that signals it's time to sleep. Cold or room temperature oatmeal doesn't have the same effect. This isn't a quick fix that works the first night. Your body needs time to remember its natural sleep rhythm. Most people notice easier falling asleep after 3 to 4 nights. Staying asleep through the night usually improves after a week. And feeling truly rested in the morning develops after 2 to 3 weeks of consistent use. Now, you might be wondering which of these 5 foods is right for you. The truth is, different people respond better to different approaches depending on what's disrupting their sleep. If your main problem is a racing mind that won't quiet down when you lie in bed, start with tart cherries. The natural melatonin and anti-inflammatory compounds will help calm your thoughts and ease you into sleep. If you fall asleep fine but wake up between 1 and 3 a.m. feeling anxious or hungry, try the almonds. The lines keep your blood sugar stable all night long and prevent those stress hormone surges that jolt you awake. If you have trouble both falling asleep and staying asleep, but you sleep better when you're away from home or in different circumstances, kiwi might be your answer. It helps reset your natural circadian rhythm and can restore normal sleep patterns surprisingly quickly. If you wake up multiple times per night, often needing to use the bathroom but then having trouble getting back to sleep, the whole grain toast with almond butter is likely your best option. It provides steady fuel that prevents the liver crash that cause frequent awakenings. And if your sleep problems are complex, if you have trouble falling asleep, staying asleep, and feeling rested, or if you've tried many things without success, oatmeal is your most powerful option. It addresses every major cause of sleep disruption in older adults. You don't need to try all 5 foods at once. In fact, that might overwhelm your system and make it harder to figure out what's working. Choose one based on your primary sleep complaint. Use it consistently for at least a week. Pay attention to how you feel each morning. Real change happens gradually. You might notice small improvements the first few nights. Better sleep quality usually develops over a week or two, and that feeling of waking up truly refreshed, the way you remember from years ago, typically returns after 3 to 4 weeks of consistent use. Remember, timing is everything. Each of these foods works best when eaten 60 to 90 minutes before your target bedtime. This gives your body time to digest and absorb the nutrients without having food sitting heavily in your stomach when you lie down. Portion size matters too. These are strategic snacks, not meals. Too little and you won't get the sleep benefits. Too much and you might feel uncomfortable or need to wake up during the night. Consistency is crucial. Your body needs time to relearn its natural sleep patterns. Using these foods sporadically won't give you the results you're looking for. But use them every night for 2 to 3 weeks and you'll likely see changes that surprise you. Most importantly, don't give up if you don't see immediate results. Your sleep didn't become disrupted overnight, and it won't be perfectly restored overnight either. But with patience and the right approach, you can return to the deep, refreshing sleep you enjoyed when you were younger. Tonight, you have a choice. You can try another sleepless night, staring at the ceiling and wondering if you'll ever sleep well again. Or you can choose one of these 5 foods and take the first step toward reclaiming the rest your body deserves. Sweet dreams aren't just for the young, they're available to you too. Starting tonight,